Alright, so I thought I'd actually get this during the day. This is the downspout from that comes into the house. And while I'm out here, I'll just show you how I did the out. So it comes out of the house and then runs right back into the existing drain. Still have all this debris to pick up, but no big deal. But look, turned out pretty well. Even from the side view, I think it looks pretty cool. It just kind of sweeps out there. I had to use a 45, a 22 and a half, and a 90 sweep. I wanted to use a long sweep there because of the debris. I wanted to make sure that didn't get clogged there. And ultimately, if I have to, I can always come through the top there, but I don't think I will. And this is, already going to be clean, so it really didn't matter. I just went with a really tight 90 and then ran it right in. And then if you come in here, I think I've already shown this in here, but comes through here, comes down, and it looks like I'm going to get rain, so this is kind of cool. I actually did test that out, and I did come out with some stuff. And then of course I've still got this to go. I got that barrel I'm supposed to pick up on Saturday, hopefully, and it'll sit right there, and it'll come into the top of the tank with this line right here, and then it'll come out with a threaded fitting. And I haven't decided if I'm going to run it just into the first tank or if I'm going to run it into all of them, which you can't see because it's dark over there. But this turned out really well down here. The overflow, I don't know if I can show you what I did here or not. I ended up using some type of gasket sealant around that. It's just basically, of all things, a shower drain. And I'm just using it on a vertical instead of a horizontal surface, which you would normally use in a shower. And it doesn't have to be a long sweep because it is just going to be overflow, so there shouldn't be really that much debris in here, so you can use that there. I did use a long sweep down here just for kicks and giggles, plus whatever. And then runs into here, comes out, heads on out the world. And there is stuff in here. In fact, let's just go ahead. Okay. You can hear the water running out. It's kind of cool. So. If this is working correctly, we should be able to. Oh, that's kind of cool. It actually underneath the ground here. Can't see very much, but here's the drain, which I can't see anything. Looks like it's. I don't know what my phone's done. Anyway, there's a drain here, and it is running out, which is kind of cool. So it's getting dark, so it doesn't help being in the bright and then coming out. It's an iPhone, so what do you expect? Anyway, so that's kind of cool. It's draining quite a bit, actually. I didn't realize there was that much water in there, but oh well. Anyway, I'll hopefully get some rain this week and be able to fill those tanks all the way up. And working on the pump. Looks like I am going to go with a high pressure switch. You can change it out. I'm going with a 1 horsepower Wayne pump, and I haven't decided how big I'm going to make the tank. I'm either going to go with probably going to go with something like a 10-gallon, just to have plenty of surplus in case the irrigation has a problem. I'd rather stay in front of the pressure instead of behind it. Nothing worse than that, having too low a pressure for sprinkler system. Not so worried about the hoses and the toilets as I am for the irrigation, because there is 5 heads per zone, which dump out somewhere around a gallon or gallon and a half per head, so you can do the math there. But I think a 1 horsepower Wayne ought to do fine with a 60 psi. It's actually a 40-60 psi. I'm going to leave it at 60 to start with, and then if need be, there is some things that I can do to kind of tweak it to get a little higher. Supposedly you can take it up a little higher, but I haven't looked into it, so I'm going to see how 60 works, and then if need be, I'll kick it up. Anyway, I'm going to stop showing my crawl space, and hopefully one of these days I'll get it all cleaned up where it looks actually neat. And I am actually going to put a pad, but I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a wall around it. So I'm going to make the first pad with rebar around the edges and then pour the outside so it'll have like a 4-inch wall. And then I'm going to actually, so that if the pump leaks, it's not going to leak all over the place, because you're going to have a lot of working parts in there. So everything else not a big deal because it's PVC, but the pump actually has housing and nipples for the in and outs of the pump area, plus all of the pressure valves and pressure regulators and all that stuff. You really don't want to have a leak like that. And there is an alarm system you can get at Lowe's. I priced it out the other day. It's like $30. Basically, you put it down in the basin, and it detects water, and it'll go off as soon as it detects anything of any moisture, so it won't cause mold down here. It's kind of critical to keep sure it stays dry. Nothing worse than, I don't know if you've ever seen, this type of insulation does not do well with mold. It basically turns into a sponge, and the stuff begins to grow mold and dropping out of your ceiling. It's not pretty. And of course I got to touch up some of it, but anyway, I'm pretty happy about how this is turning out, and I don't see the pump coming in anytime soon. It'll probably be another week or two, but I'll keep it going. Keep posted on the YouTube as I go along. And if you have any questions, go ahead and post the questions if you have any, because I pretty much answered a lot of the questions. I am going to put in front of those 2 tanks there are 300-gallon tanks, and I'm actually looking to see if they go to 500. I actually would like to put 2 more tanks, and I'm going to actually oppose them, so they're going to be facing the other way, and I'm just going to tap a T into that line going across on the bottom. So it won't cost me more than like $200 more to add another at least 600 gallons. I'd like to go to 1,000, which will give me 2,100 gallons. 2,100 gallons. Right now we're at 11, so I'll let you know. Talk to you soon. Bye.